Okay, so we are going for a routing. Okay, so what is the routing, why it is important? So we are developing a single page application or a normal application, single page application. So whenever we are clicking on any other link, do you want to reload entire page or we want to load only that particular place? We want to load only particular place, right? Whenever you want to load only particular place, then we have to definitely use this routing approach. Without this routing approach, if you don't have this routing approach, your entire page data is going to load it. Whenever entire data is going loaded, then it is not a useful single page application. We want to load only particular data. If you want to load particular data, then we have to go for a technique called routing. Okay, unfortunately there is no routing available inside the React. Okay, so if you want to add any routing, we have to go for one another library. Okay, React is one library, and for routing is a another Bootstrap is another library, right? It is not related to the React. Same thing like there is another library called React hyphen router hyphen DOM. What is the library name? React hyphen router hyphen DOM. This is another library which is useful for routing. Okay, so after this routing, how we want to show our project? So if you go here and let me something like this, suppose we are going to show like this. So this is my header, this is my login page. I'm going to click on login. My project is not going to reload, only this particular component is going to load it. I want to forget password. See, only in the URL top is getting changed, last part remaining everything perfect, right? If I want to click login, login. If I want to click password, forget password. And let me click on login. If I log in here, okay, see what is the URL? Home. If I am going to click companies, this is the company date. If I want to click employees, only employee in the top only it is changing. My entire page is not is going to reload. If you want to achieve something like this, we have to go for a routing. Let us do step by step how to add routing to our project, and we want to see like this, not like all pages in one by one. Okay, so let us start our first thing. If you want to add a routing, first step is we have to install a library. So that library name is a react hyphen router hyphen DOM. First, let us open that library in the web page and you can go for it. So, so there is a library which is a React hyphen router hyphen DOM, and you can go for that website and you can read it here. So this is a React hyphen router library, and any library there will be like a getting started, and you know how to install it, what are the steps, everything they will give it. Okay, so what I have done is we have done this step and I have simplified the same notes here. Okay, from there only we have done the simplified notes. So the first step is we need to install that library. So how to install any library? Npm install that library name. Okay, here we are going to write like a at5. What is this at5 means? The current version of this library is some 6 is there. Okay, so 6.4 is there. Whenever you are going for after 1 month, 2 months, 6.77 will be there. We cannot always go to the latest one and we can do it. Okay, so first we'll learn with some 5 and you can go with the 6, 7 also, but same thing only we are going to do it. So let us go with the, in this example we are going with the 5, like version 5. Okay, in your project it might be 6, then you need to follow the 6 version. Okay, let us go with the first we are going to install. So I am going to say npm install react hyphen router hyphen DOM at 5. Let us try to type this command, stop this project. Okay, so let us type the same command, npm I or install, both are same. What is the library name? React hyphen router hyphen DOM. React hyphen router hyphen DOM at 5. What is this at 5 means? I am going to install the 5 version, not the latest version. Okay, install. So whenever you are type enter, it is going to download that library and install in our machine. Whenever it is installing, it will download to my node modules, right? If you go and check it, here it will be there like a react hyphen router hyphen DOM. Okay, so the first step is done, we have installed it. Second step is we have installed bootstrap, right? If you want to install bootstrap, again we need to import that bootstrap, right? Same thing here also, we need to import some classes from the react hyphen router hyphen DOM. Okay, so the next step is go to your index.js file. This is our starting file, right? Go there, we need to import one class called browser-router. Okay, what is the router? We need to import it a browser router. So there are so many routers are available here. See, so there is a browser routers will be browser router is there, hash router is there. There are multiple routers are there. Let us go for one example, browser router. Okay, so I am going to which file? Please go to the notes and we can go to your index.js file and import the browser router. I'll go to my browser index.js. Where is my index.js? Here. Okay, so which component is a main component? App component. Okay, here around that you are going to use like a one component. What is the component? Browser router. Okay, enter. Okay, something like this. Okay, so inside the browser router you keep our whatever my component name is there, you keep that name. Okay, so just before now we have learned one concept, containment. Okay, whenever you are adding any tag like this, automatically they will dynamically display it. If they want to dynamically display it, what they will use props.children. This is another example for props.children. Okay, so now the second step is we need to import the browser router. Okay, now we have done. And third step, so now what we want to do, now we have to define our project first. Okay, so now what I want to do, let me go to my project. So now I don't want to display all the things. So by default I want to display here home component. That means like a what is my project, what are the features are available, something like this. For example, if you want to have an example, I want to go like this. So this is my home page. Suppose we are very simple and we are explaining our business and they will explain something about this, nothing but a home page, something like this. Okay, you can have something like this. This is a home, and next thing is this is a login. So login is a another page. So there is a forget password, another page. You want to different, you want to create one component for one functionality. Okay, let us create one simple components. And so already we have a login component, that is fine. I want to create a home component. Let's create one home component. Right click, new folder. So home, and let's create one file. Right click, file. What is the component name? Home.js. So let's write it export default function home. Okay, okay, and open bracket and close bracket. That's all. Okay, right? So I will say home. Here I am going to write all my styles, like what is this project and everything. I am going to write it later. Think like I am going to write like a home. That is okay. So now my home is done. Login page is there. Suppose already employee page is also there for us. Okay, let us have with these three pages. We'll have a simple demo file, save all. Okay, now what I want to do, in the local host in my project, whenever I'm typing login, I want to see only login page. Okay, and whenever I want to see employee, I want to see only my employee page. Okay, and whenever I want to type home, I want to see my home page. This is what we want to do it. Okay, so let us go to our localhost 3000. Now the next step is go to here. So we need to create our routing. Okay, we need to give linking. What is the URL you want to give it and what component we want to display it. That linking we want to give it. So that linking we are going to give in our like a app.js, like which is the starting component, app.js. Anywhere you can give it. For now we are going to give in a app.js. So let's go here. Okay, I am going into the app.js. By default, whatever the code we have written here, we are writing our header, we are writing our footer, and we are writing login, right? Okay, we should not write like this. So now I'll remove this login. Okay, so now what is the code I want to display here? Always my header should be there or not? Yes, that is okay. Always my photo should be there or not? Yes, I want to keep. Okay, so and what is the change I want to display in the whenever I'm clicking login? Which data I want to display in the center page, login. And whenever I'm clicking employee, what data I want to display it, employee page. Something like this I want to display it. Okay, so let us start the project. Npm start. Okay, meanwhile it's starting. Now the third step is I want to write the routes. Which page I want to give the linking. Let's go here. So now we need to write a one component called switch. Okay, so what is the component I want to write it? A switch. Okay, so let us go here, and first I am going to write like a switch. Please write this in the capital. Okay, so because this is a component which is available in the from React. So if you see this component, from where this is coming, switch is coming from the React library. Okay, so let's go for first. What is the tag we have written? Switch. Okay, So what switch will do, at a time only one route is active, that it will do. Okay, clear? At a time only one route it will be available. That is nothing but a switch. So now what we want to do, we have to declare, okay, what is the starting page you want to display your project. So that is the reason we have to go for a next tag is called route tag. Let's go here, and I'm going to have it inside the switch. I'm going to write like a another tag called route. Right click and format the document. Okay, so this route import from the react-router-dom package. Okay, route, not the router. Okay, only route. So inside the route, whenever what is the default page you want to show it, home page, because whenever you go to any first project, you want to go to the that home page. Okay, something like this, you want to go for a starting page, not to any other pages. So that is the reason I am giving like a slash path is equal to slash means first page, and what is the component I want to give it a home. Okay, that's one. Now I want to give for a login page. Okay, login. So again I will say route. Okay, path is equal to login. So and what is the component I want to display here? Login component. Okay, inside here you display like a login. Okay, so now I want to display for a employee. Tell me how to do it. Route. Okay, route, and path is equal to what is the path I want to give it a slash emp. For let's go with the slash emp, and let us close this route tag. Okay, so whenever emp clicked, what is the component I want to go it? I want to go for the employee component. Okay, so what is my component name? Please go and check the what is the component name. Employee. Okay, employee. Let's copy here, control space, import it. Okay, and let's close this one, something like this. Now how many routes I have declared it here? For first route, this is for the default page, and second route for the login page, and third route for the what page? Employee page. Suppose in your project there might be so many pages. Okay, suppose if you go to our demo page, okay, and go to login, and once you log in the login you have a employee page, so you need to write one route, and you have a company page, you need to write a another route, you have a calendar, you need to write a another route. How many sidebar items are there? You need to write a those many routes. For header and footer, route is not required, because we are not going to show only header and footer anytime. We are going to show any data, then time only header and footer will come. Okay, now I have created for the I want to create for dashboard one item. Okay, let's go and create one more component, and as well as the dashboard component folder dashboard. Okay, and component name is a dashboard. Okay, dashboard.js, and let's write it export default function dashboard, and something like this. Okay, later I will change the component whatever the data. So now for this dashboard, what is the route I want to give it? I want to give this routing in the app.js. Okay, let us go to app.js. Okay, let's write another route here. Okay, route path is equal to, okay, what is the path I want to do it? Dashboard. Okay, and I'll close something like this. Okay, so inside this one I will write a dashboard. So let us import the dashboard. File save. That's all. Okay, clear? File save all. Okay, this time we are going to reload our project. See, by default what component is there? A home component. Okay, now I want to go to login component. In the top you can go slash, what is my URL name? Login. See, only login is coming. Okay, now I want to go to the employee emp, or we have given only emp, right? Employee form. I want to go to dashboard. See, dashboard. Okay, now dashboard is coming, right? Now only at that time particular data is coming, right? This is nothing but a routing, but we don't want to do like this. What I will do, I will have a links here in the top. Suppose the login I am having it, right? I will have two buttons, or I will have a anchor tags. You know how to give anchor tags. So whenever you are giving anchor tag, we'll go to that tab. Let us write that one. Okay, so if I want to do like this, then I have to write a anchor, some anchor tags. Let us go to our header component. Let's go to our header component. So far we have written this here. Let us go here. Okay. So here let us have some simple spans. You know how to write a span? Yes, or you can write a anchor tag. First we'll write one anchor tag and we'll see the problem. And okay. So I will say anchor tag. Let us write a tag. Okay. Something like this. Okay. So I will say what are the routes we are given? Login, employee, and what is the employee route? EMP. Okay. And what is the next thing we are having it? Dashboard. Okay. Something. Let us comment here. 2, 3. Okay. So let us go to dashboard. Okay. And what is the next thing? Employee, EMP. Okay. So for dashboard, what is the route? If you don't remember, don't worry. Go to your app.js. What is the route? EMP. Copy this one and go to your header.js and give it. Okay. Go to my header.js for dashboard. Dashboard. DASH dashboard. Okay. File. Save all. Very, very important point we are going to discuss. Okay. So here, let us see here. We have 3 menus, right? Employees is coming. Okay. Dashboard. Only dashboard is coming. Okay. Login. Only login is coming. Correct, right? Okay. So why it is looking like a buttons? Because I have written a button primary. That is the reason. You can have it. That is fine. Okay. So now we are able to display only particular component, right? But if you see, this is not a real SPA, not a single page application. Why I am saying is, if you go and reload your network here, okay. So when this network, whenever I'm changing any component, there should not be loading entire project again. If you are loading entire project, you are going to lose every data. But let us see the problem. Whenever I'm going to click on employee, you see here, first employee is clicked. So that means which file it is a index.html file. Whenever index.html file is loading, then app.js, it will reload the project, right? If it for each click, if you are going to reload the project, then this is not a single page application. You are entirely reloading the page, then what is the advantage? No advantage at all. Okay. You are going to lose the data also. If you have any data, that data also will lose. There is a problem or not? This problem is because of this anchor tags. Because of this anchor tags. Whenever you are writing anchor tags in the React application, it will reload entire your project. You are going to lose the data. This is the not correct way to do it. Okay. To solve this problem, we have a one tag called link tag. Okay. See here, what is the tag? Link tag. This link tag is coming from the React-router-DOM. Okay. And sometimes people are writing like a small link. If you are writing small link, it will think like our HTML link tag is there, right? It will think like this, and your router will not work out. Okay. People have done this mistake in the past. Don't do this one. Okay. Now here, instead of using this anchor tag, we are going to use what tag? Link tag. Internally, link tag will use anchor tag only. That is fine. Okay. Here, what is the route I want to give it? Employee. Okay. Same thing, you give a employee. Now I want to write another 3 routes. Employee is there. Now what is the route I want to give it? Dashboard. Another I want to give it for a login. I have given 3 routes. This time, what is the technique I am using it? Link tag. And this link tag I am importing from the React-router. And L is capital. That is important. And if you are going to reload your page, okay, let us see this time. Login. Is there any network calls? No. Let's go to another page. Is there any network calls? No. Only the center data is changing. We are not loading any data from the server. Let us go to employee. No data. Okay. Suppose in your code, if you are seeing these calls, then definitely you are written some mistake over there. Okay. Anchor tag you have used. Don't use anchor tags in the React. We have to use what tag? Link tag. Okay. So if you go to the nodes also, see, fourth step is add the links using the link tag from the React-router-DOM package. Very simple attribute. What is the attribute you want to use it? 2. Instead of href, we are going to use a 2. Here you can give a whatever the path you want to give it. Okay. Something like this you can define. Everybody okay with this one, right? Okay. This is a like this. Once you are going to define our application, we are going to do everything perfectly fine. Okay. So in interview, there is a one more question called what is dynamic routes? Okay. How you are going to define the dynamic routes? Okay. What is the dynamic routes means? Sometimes whenever you are loading our project, here employee is there, right? I want to display multiple employees, employee 1, employee 2, employee 3. Here in the last, I will say employee 1. Okay. So whenever I'm typing employee 1, I want to load the employee 1 data. And whenever I'm typing to employee 2, I want to load the employee 2 data dynamically. Okay, so for this reason, we are going to have simply we are writing employee employment form, right? I'm going to remove these two parameters. I will say click employee 1 and I will click it. It will go to another component. It will display about the employee 1 data. Again, I will click employee 2 and in the URL automatically the /1 will come. We will not add it manually. Automatically, dynamically, it will add it. Okay, so let us see how to add this dynamic routes. Okay, for example, first step, whenever you are defining your routes, okay, go and define your routes like this. Okay, so let us first let's have one component employees is there, and inside the employees, let us remove this handle change. Okay, so I want to write a two links. Okay, something like this, link tag. Okay, something. Okay, here I will say employee 1, emp1. Okay, and employee 2. So whenever I'm typing employee 2, employee click, here I will say, so I will say employees. Okay, employee /2. Here I will say employee /1. Okay, so here first see, let us save it here and reload the page again. Okay, so whenever you are going to reload our page, and what is the data I'm having it, link tag, and I have written where this is in the employee form only. File, save, and reload the data. So here employee 1 and employee 2 is there, and we are writing, we have done it in the float, right? We don't want in the float, right? Okay, so employee 1 is there. So whenever you are clicking employee 1 and we want to go to employee 1 component, and whenever we are clicking employee 2, we want to go to the employee 2 component. So employee 1 and employee 2 is there, right? So see in the URL, by default, I am going to, first I will go to login page. Only login is there. I will go to employee page. Only employee is there in the URL. Okay. So now suppose what we are going to do tomorrow. So the real example is, I will show you here in the demo. So here we are going to employees. Like this, we are going to have 100 employees, 100 or 1,000, like this we can have it. Suppose whenever I am going to type this, edit this employee, okay, in my URL, I have to say employee / this ID number. Okay, whenever I'm going to type this edit number, I am going to say employee /2 number. But since we don't know this like a list, I'm going to write like hard coding. Think like this is my button here. Whatever the button I'm writing like a employee 1. This is like your button 2. So whenever you are going to click here in the URL, I want to say 1 and 2, something like this. So for here the 1 and 2 is there, right? Here 1 is there, right? If you go on, if you want to write any routing, you should not write routing like this. Go to your app.js. Here I want employee 1, right? Go here and something, Control Z, copy it here and paste it. So what is the URL I want to go for employee? So this is a EMP, not a employee, and this is also like a EMP. Okay. Suppose if you want to write matching with any routing, we need to give like a employee, something like this. Go to your app. Okay, go to your app.js. If you want to give like this, something like this. If you are giving like this, you are hard coding it. Okay, but whenever we are logging from server, we don't know what is this ID, right? If you are giving 1 and 2, it will not match at all. That is the reason whenever you are defining your path, okay, we should not give emp/1. You go to employee child and we should not give like this. Okay, so that is the reason what we have to give here. We need to remove this one and write a emp id, something like this. So this colon emp id is nothing but a dynamic. If you are passing 1, automatically this emp id will be like a 1. If you are passing 2, that emp id will be like a 2 here. Okay, clear? This is nothing but a dynamic one. Okay, so let us see, whenever you have a dynamic one, what I want to do, let's go to this employee. Okay, let us create one employee data.js. So inside this employee data.js, I want to print that number, whatever the number in the URL, I want to print that. Okay, so let's write first component export default function name Okay, and we can print something like this. So this is a normal component. Okay, format and document. And so what is the component? Whenever I want to do it, I want to go to this employee, I want to go to this document, employee data. Okay, file, save all. Let us see the trick now. Okay, so by default I'm in the login component, login is coming. Let's go to employees. Now I am displaying one. Let's click one. So what is the it is displaying emp1. Okay, so but what is the data it is displaying? Still emp1. Okay, so let us see emp and emp id. And to solve this problem, let us have there is a small change you need to do it here. Okay, so whenever you are writing like this, you need to give like this. And second thing is you need to write like a component, and what component you want to display here. Instead of giving as a child, you need to display like this. Okay, so that is a small change we are going to do. So I'm not going to write like here, and I'm going to delete it here, and I am deleting here. And so employee id. Okay, something like this. Okay, so here I'm going to write like a component. And what is the component I want to display it? Employee data. File, save all. And this time let us see. Okay, let us reload the page. Okay, so what is there any route? Path is equal to something. We have given the same path. Let us go to, have we given same path? Route is equal to path, and emp and emp id is there, and component is equal to employee, same. And the employee data, we are displaying the employee data also. It should display slash users. And okay, let me go to login, dashboard, employee 1, employee 2. So we want, so whenever we are clicking here, we want actually we want to go to the employee data. So where we want to display this one. And something wrong with this routing. Let us fix this. App.js. Okay, path, and let us write the exact. Okay, so let us see. So now the problem is whenever we are clicking employee, let's click employee, employee data is coming. Okay, the only small problem is whenever you are giving path is equal to employee, after whatever data is coming, it is automatically matching. Okay, but we don't want to do this one. We are writing one another property called exact. Exact means only slash employee is coming, then only you display this component. After that, any data is coming, you don't display. Let us go to my child component. That is this meaning. Okay. Now after this one, now but I am displaying here, that is okay, but I want to get that number. What is the number? Current number, current employee number. I want to get it from the URL. If you want to get your current number, we need to use like a props. We know how to use a props. Yes, props. Okay, so let us display that value in the props. Go to your like child component. We are going to write like a, so go to your app.js. What is my variable name I am giving here? Employee id. Okay, copy this id number and go here and write like this. Okay, so props dot match dot params dot employee id. So this name should match with that name. Okay, and let us have like this, and let us display here. Okay, so employee id, file, save all. Let us reload the data. Okay, see, one is coming. So what is the URL in the top? One. Okay, let's go to again employees. This time I am going to click a employee 2. See, in the top 2 is there, automatically 2 is coming. So that means you are able to load the data, right? Whatever the dynamic routing, you are able to get it. Okay, so this is, we are going to use it here. Whenever I am going to edit this data, I want to see in the URL employee slash that ID number. And so that URL we are going to use it for the backend purpose. Okay, so this is nothing but a dynamic routing. Okay, so with this dynamic routing, you can see here. Okay, and one last small concept is, suppose in the URL I am typing mistakenly, definitely by with intentionally I'm typing. Okay, example something like this. If I'm typing like this, is there any example in our project? no example at all. Okay, suppose if user is typing any other URL which is not available now available in the project, in that time we don't want to show empty project. We want to say your whatever you are searching, it is not available, something like we want to show one page. Okay, to handle this one, very simple. Okay, go to your routing where we have given our routing in the app.js. Okay, go into the last and write one more route. Okay, write one more route. Okay, route, and here you can give a path, and inside the path you can give like a and something like this. So, and you are saying it path is equal to star. That means if no other route is matching in the top to bottom till now, and then you execute this component, because this example is nobody's we did not have in the project, right? So if anybody typing like this, then we are going to show one page. So that is nothing but a 404. That is nothing. Either you can write another component, that component you can import it here, or you can write something like this. Okay, file save all. Okay, see 404. If you are typing any other page which is not available, always you are going to get this error only. Okay, and if it is available, it will display the proper name, something like this. Suppose in the demo, what I will do, I will say web.react course. So by default this is available. By mistake, what I will type something which is not available. Okay, so whenever you are typing which is not available something, either they are redirected to home page or they want to say your page is not available 404. Okay, this is the most important question. If any route is not available in the project, how you are going to handle? That is very simple. In the last, when wherever you have created your route, you go to write path is equal to star, and you can write like a 404. The star is meaning what? If no other route is matching, you go and execute our component. Okay, sometimes without this path also you can define it. Without anything you give a route. Okay, this is also meaning exactly like a path is equal to star only. Either you can give a star or you can give a this also. See, suppose I will give a login, whichever it is there. Login is there, employee it is there, employee it is there. But if I am typing anything which is not available, then immediately I will get a 404. Okay, so this is how you can handle your routes. Okay.